Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Pandega Sakti, and in this occasion, I want to share or tell you something special about the prodigy of Pablo Picasso. And before I going to tell you about the prodigy of Pablo Picasso, I want to tell you first about the biography of Pablo Picasso. Let's begin. Pablo Ruiz Picasso, or we know as Pablo Picasso, he is a Spanish painter, sculptor, printmaker, or ceramicist, and theater designer who spent most of his adult life in France. And he was born October 25, 1881 in Malaga, Spain. From and his name is Jose Ruiz Blasco. He is known as an artist of art and the professor of art. And then his mom name is Maria Picasso Lopez. And then he was raised there before going on to spend most of his adult life working as an artist in France. And then he died at April 8, 1973, aged 91 in France. He is regarded as the one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. And then before the age of 50, the Spanish-born artist had become the most well-known name in modern art. And then throughout the long course of his career, he created more than 20,000 paintings, drawings, sculptures, ceramics, and other items such as costume and theater set that I was mentioned before in the beginning about the theater designer. And then he is known for the co-founding the Cubist movement alongside his partner George Braque. And Pablo Picasso have a unique quote. Let me share you about the quote. This is I think personally is the most unique quote. The quote is, every act of creation is first of all an act of destruction. I mean, this is very unique one. And then Pablo Picasso that I was mentioned before, he was created many drawing and art, but most people nowadays know his masterpiece only three. The masterpiece of Pablo Picasso, the first is Guernica, as you can see above me. And then the number two is Les Demoiselles d'Avignon. And then the last one, but not least, is The Old Guitarist. I think Pablo Picasso have a unique style of paintings, and his art is amazing. And let's move to the next part, is the prodigy of Pablo Picasso. The prodigy of Pablo Picasso, and like what I said earlier or mentioned earlier, throughout his career, Pablo Picasso created more than 20,000 of art, includes paintings, drawings, sculptures, ceramics, and other items such as costume and theater set. And then many people asking or why Pablo Picasso become one of the prodigy of art in the world, and I have my opinion about it. I think the ability or the factor that help him become a prodigy of art is mix. I mean, mix in this case is mix of natural and nurtured, because Pablo Picasso is, since he was born, he is also talented on art, and Pablo Picasso had a passion for learning and developing his artistic talent. From an early age, he was very prominent in painting skill among his friends at school. This was coupled with the artist training given to him by his father, who is a painting teacher, also a professor of art. Like what I said earlier in the beginning of video, his father is a painter and professor of art. So this factor is help Pablo Picasso developing his art and become more become more talented in especially on art, because in the early age also his father is pursuing him to go to the school of art, and then Pablo Picasso agreed about his father opinion, and surprisingly Pablo Picasso got a excellent score in his school of art, and then that makes what I think that he is a mix, the prodigy, the factor that he makes him is mix about the nature and nurture. I think that's it for me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.